This is 1 month before their final hearing goes on. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. The clerical error was her. This was not about a clerical error. This was about moving an emergency order to move visitation. Okay? So, I'm going to start reading, so I'm going to stay out of comments so I can focus on this. The ex parte relief sought by petitioner. So John is the petitioner. Bree is the respondent. On January 15, 2025 is set forth as below. An order modifying the October 31st, 2024 stipulation and order as the requirement that respondent visits occur in Los Angeles. So as the order that respondent shall exercise her 1 week long visitation periods in Garland, Texas, where the minor child resides. Now I know that that's just going to absolutely chap her hide, because she's so proud that her child is a resident of LA. He is no longer a resident of LA. It is official. Winter is now a resident of Garland, Texas. Number 2, or B. That the court make a finding that that respondent, Bree, has violated the 1031. I'm just going to say the last order so I don't have to keep reading dates. The order as to A. The order prohibited respondent from disparaging petitioner and his family members on social media or allowing third parties to do so. Meaning she has broke that. That was proven today that she has broke that rule that she was not allowed to do. B. The order prohibiting respondent, Bree, from disclosing the minor child Winter's location on social media, and or the order prohibiting respondent from introducing romantic partners to Winter. She broke both of those as well. You guys, it's on my phone, so I have to go back and forth. I want you guys to be like, dang, she can't read. No, I just have to move back and forth. C, an order prohibiting respondent from discussing any aspects of the instant parenting case on social media. She broke that. D, an order that respondent shall be prohibited from consuming alcohol or any other substances within 12 hours prior or during her parenting time. She broke that. An order that respondent shall not allow any third party around Winter who respondent knows has been or is consuming or have consumed any drugs or alcohol within 12 hours prior or during the respondent's parenting time with Winter. She broke that. An order prohibiting respondent from having access to firearms during her parenting time with Winter or allowing third parties with access to firearms to be around Winter during respondent's parenting time. She broke that. An order prohibiting respondent from allowing let me see. Allowing affiliation. That's a huge gang of people. Picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So she's not allowed to have anybody affiliated in that to be around Winter during her parenting time. She broke that. Alternately, an order shortening the time for a hearing on the affirmative, the last word is cut off. So those are the rules so far that she has. They were in the thing that she has all broke. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I can move on. No, for those of you guys just joining, court was this morning. The court was held on Zoom. It was to have Winter's visitation moved to Texas instead of California, and she did not show. She did go on TikTok and say that she had better things to do. I'm not sure if she just doesn't care. If she was, I'm not sure why, but no, she did not show, which means everything was automatically granted, but they still had held the hearing, and that list was all the things that she has broken thus far. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move along just because there is a lot. She does not have a lawyer. I saw that comment really fast. Because if she had an attorney, and her attorney showed up on her behalf, then it would have been okay. But her attorney didn't show up, or she doesn't have an attorney. She keeps saying that she's going to hire an attorney the beginning of April, and it's a personal injury attorney. It's related to ET in some way, shape, or form, and that she's then going to request a continuance because she has a new attorney. That's not going to work in her favor either, just because she's been talking about doing this for months. So, all right. This comes in the middle, so I'm not 100% sure of what this is talking about because I haven't read this yet. If not corrected, it gives a law code issue on January 15th. Not only, hold on. How do I turn off my invites? Let me see. Can someone tell me how to turn off my invites so they quit popping up? Well, Leah, CPS is not involved with her because she doesn't have custody of her son. So CPS would have to be involved with John, not with her. Nobody knows. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know how to turn them off. I'll just have to do them. Okay, quick recap before I go on to the next one. Again, they had court today to move it over to, go to where you're, again, they had court today to move it over to, go to where you're going to battle, hit the settings and turn off. Wait, where I go to battle? I don't even know how to battle, love. Oh, settings, hold on. Hear your voice, monitors. Comment settings. Comment settings. Hold on. Oh no, I want comments. Well, that's okay. I'll just delete them because it'll take me forever. Anyways, so everything so far has been granted that Winter will no longer be going to LA. If you guys can keep, it's lagging. If you guys can keep tapping, it might have been because I was in there. Just keep tapping the screen. We can always move over there. And then we went through is it lagging really bad? I can reset. You guys want me to reset? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reset. I'll come right back here. So I'm going to close off and I'm going to come right back. So you guys just come right back here. Wait, it's better? You guys are good? Wait, what's happening? Good now, good now, good now, good now, good now. Okay, so we'll stay here. If it happens again, we'll... Okay. Okay, so we're good. Okay. As presently issued, Exhibit C reflects the opposite of the ex parte order sought by petitioner, notwithstanding that the January 15th minutes or exhibit state the ex parte is granted. Again, that's just stating that they're granting what 2K is requesting. The ex parte request for order filed by petitioner January 15th set for the circumstances warranting a court order limiting respondent's visit to occur only in Garland, Texas, where the minor child resides. If not corrected, this is where she might have been thinking there's a if not corrected, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, if not corrected, issued by January 15th, rather than limits the respondent's visits. Basically, it's just going to limit her visits. The court could not have intended to issue an ex parte order liberalizing respondents' visits when such orders were not sought by petitioner's ex parte request for order, nor by respondents filed in respondent's fact. But an order liberalizing respondents' visit, basically it's a long mumbo jumbo of words, basically saying that they didn't know at the time when they put in the request to have visits in California. They couldn't foresee that Winter was going to have problems with his ears, so that is why it was granted at the time, and it is now changed. This doesn't have anything to do with her breaking all of those rules. I think that came about because she didn't show and a few other things. Social media harassment. Recently, respondent has been live streaming herself, coaxing other content creators and anyone online to appear at our custodial exchange in order to squabble with John. She has no qualms about speaking ill of me and my family online and inciting violence upon me at the hands of strangers. 22. Respondent has recently gone on TikTok to let other people know that I would be in Los Angeles in January 2025 for her visitation week, and encouraging him to show up to exchanges with me. I think he meant encouraging them to show up to threaten him. That's when he was down there for his birthday party, all that stuff. Since October 31st, 2024, stipulation commencing in late 2024 through about the first week or two of 2025, I have been bombarded with insults and threats by maybe correspondence. There's something over the word, so I'm trying to guess by what I can see. And online users that were associated with the respondent. They would directly message me. They would directly message me, where they can, and hurl insults at me, making comments about me as Winter's father, as an individual. Which page? And the effect, her connections may have with Winter and his safety. I think there's it's skipping some lines, like some of the lines are missing. It's not going in flow, but basically he's been gone through a whole bunch of harassment online dealing with all of this stuff. Turn my phone this way. Then it made it smaller. Okay, but thank you, love. Because I'm struggling. Okay, let me see here. She has built a persona online as an instigator and someone who enjoys providing viewers with personal, private, and information as to her current location, this court case, Winter's location, etc., as well as respondents, continues to defend and associate with content creators whose fan base thrive off of this drama. It's crazy because this was written up in January 15th of 2025. Look at what just happened over this weekend. That just puts into perspective legitimately everything that she just did this entire weekend. Late December 2024, excuse me. Oh, this is getting good. Late December 2024, respondent live streamed her friends known as Santos, Texas Airbnb location where Winter was spending time with respondent during her visit. During their stay at this Airbnb, respondent and Santos, who is 19 years old, were live on social media, and I understand police were called to Ash's property to investigate underage drinking. After respondent Ash and Santos were live on social media drinking alcohol and underage drinking. More recently, on 1/12/2025, it was brought to my attention that a separate Airbnb host where respondent and Santos had been staying in San Antonio, Texas, had filed a claim for $12,000. $12,000? Oh my God, sorry. In damages for property damage as a result of their parties. $12,000. I was notified by respondent that this same Airbnb would be the place of the custodial exchange in Texas, and where Winter would be staying during respondent's parenting time while Winter recovers from his ear infections. As a result, I was ridden with worry and concern during respondent's parenting time with Winter. Yeah, absolutely. So that time is during the time when they had the whole party with Santos and Ash and Miss Gold and another girl. They were. Well, you can turn off. Oh, I just had to turn it off enough, and TikTok gave me the invitation, so I turned it off. So that's the time that he's talking about, is when they were having all those parties. She was going to have Winter there, apparently. Xandra, I knew I would get it. And Valet, Valet was there. That's when Valet was introduced. That's how she came into this whole thing. $12,000. I love the TikTok shop in my cup. This truly is the absolute best cup you can get. And they even come in miniature size for your kids. I got the links. I'll put them up later if you want them. Okay, let's continue. There's 3 pages left, but the last one is just like checkbox, and I'll read off the check boxes of, what she was accused of. Angie looks at likes. What do you mean? Anyways, okay, let me focus. The court finds that... Thank you, Angel. The court finds that respondent has violated the 12/31/24 orders as to A, the order prohibiting respondent from... Thank you. Respondent from disparaging petitioner and his family members on social media or allowing third parties to do so. The order prohibiting respondent from disclosing the minor child Winter's location on social media. The order prohibiting respondent from introducing romantic partners from Winter. Remember, I love all the hearts. Thank you guys so much. Do you guys remember when this was a couple boyfriends ago? If you guys follow me, I said I would be shocked. She kept calling him like stepdad, and she said she was going to be pregnant by him, and then he ended up leaving Chicago, right? Nope, not Chairs, before him. Before Chairs. The guy with the missing tooth. That she was always trying to hide the face. She said that they knew each other before, so it was different. That one. Well, remember, she had Winter around him. She's not allowed to do that. She also had Winter around Valet. Now, she's not allowed to do that either. Now, granted, I actually felt better that she had Vale there, because even though Vale has done the thing she does, Vale actually has a natural motherly instinct, and I actually felt better that Winter had her around. So I just want to put that out there. Okay. The order orders that respondent shall be prohibited from discussing any aspects of the instant parentage case on social media. So she is not to come onto social media and discuss her case at all. I did want to verify to make sure that I could discuss this. I can, because it's public record, and I'm not mom or dad, so I am able to talk about this. The court order that respondent shall be prohibited from consuming, from drinking, or using any other substances within 12 hours prior or during respondent's parenting time. The court orders the respondent shall not allow any third parties around Winter who respondent knows are consuming and or using any substances within 12 hours prior or during respondent's parenting time with Winter. The court orders that respondent shall be prohibited from having access to any views around during her parenting time with Winter, or allowing other people to be around that have a few views around during the time. The court orders that respondent shall be prohibited from allowing people with affiliations or anybody with a felony to be around Winter. And that was added. Before, that wasn't there. It was just the affiliations, and so now no convicted felons as well during her parenting time. Okay, so we'll finish up here. Since our October 31st, 2024 stipulation commencing in late 2024, about the first week or two of 2025. Oh wait, this is the same. Wait a minute. Did I read that? Oh nope, it might just be. Oh, I think it's mixed up. On another occurrence, respond. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is where we're going into the Perez Hill. No way. You guys. 500,000 likes? You guys are going to need L&I for your fingers. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate everybody that's here and watching and tapping so we don't get reported by the person that doesn't want this read. I definitely appreciate absolutely everybody here. And I will, once I read this last page, I will answer questions, and we can break down if there's certain parts of this that you guys want broke down. We can do that as well, okay? So, since our October 31st, 2024 stipulation, commencing in late 2024, through about the first week or two of 2025, I've been bombarded with insults, threats, and by content creators and online users that were associated with the respondent. They would directly message me where they can and hurl insults at me, making comments about me being Winter's father, saying if he is even Winter's father, as an individual and fellow content creator. Number 24. On another occurrence, respondent participated in a TikTok live video interview with celebrity gossip columnist Perez Hilton. During this interview, she spoke candidly about the details of our court case and our relationship. It is not an exaggeration to say that she expelled tremendous effort to paint me in a terrible light during this interview. Additionally, I recently transferred social media platforms from TikTok to Snapchat as a means of to earn income. Around that time, of the transfer, respondent jump-started a series on Snapchat Shorts to speak ill of me and yet on yet another platform. Not a day goes by where I am not tagged on social media by her followers. I cannot live my life without hearing about what the respondent is doing online or who she is with. I do my best to ensure that Winter is always provided the same safe and comfortable environment that I provide when he is not in my custody. However, as much as my life revolves around Winter and respondent's parenting time, I prefer to not live in constant fear that someone online with ill intent. I am fully aware of the ramifications behind providing online viewers with one location. I'm not sure what that means. Respondent is aware of these consequences, and she is not new to social media yet. And it cut off the very last line. Thank you guys so much for having 2.1k people in here. You guys are absolutely amazing. And then the very last, this is the very last page. And it just says a temporary emergency ex parte order. Visitation for parenting time is for the respondent, Brianna Lynn Olson. Respondent. 2. What box is checked here? Findings. Temporary emergency orders are needed to help prevent an immediate loss or irresponsible harm to party or to children in this case. This one's really blurry. Case help prevent immediate loss or damage to property subject to dislocation in the case. Set or change procedures in the hearing or trial date. It says date of birth. I'm not going to release any of the personal information. And the last thing it says visitation parenting time. The temporary order for physical custody, care, and control of the minor children are subject to the other party's rights and visitation parenting legally. Respondents' visits shall be exercised in Garland, Texas, where the minor child resides. And that is the end of the court order. If you guys missed it, we'll have a chance to go over this because I got through that fairly quickly. But I'm also going to take this live and upload it onto my YT. So you guys will be able to watch the entire thing. If you guys want to watch me read it again, then we can do that. I personally absolutely love that the very last line is, it has to be in Garland, Texas, where the minor child resides. Only because she is so adamant that thank you, love, that he is a resident of California. He's going to live in California. He's never going to be in Texas. He's just going to be in California. There is no way. Oh my gosh, you guys. Almost to 1 million likes. You guys are freaking amazing. So that was a quick rundown. If there is a certain area you guys want me to dive in a little bit more and or explain, I am happy to do so. If not, I can do a brief rundown for everybody who just got here. I won't read through it again because it's daunting, and tomorrow is my court day. So I'm in court all day tomorrow. Okay, I'll do a quick rundown. So today's court was an emergency order to change visitation from California to Texas. Bree came on and has said, "Oh my God, that's so stupid that he did that for 1 month. It's going to go right back." It's not. It's not. Her not showing up and her behavior this weekend, and the fact that she violated almost every single one of her stipulations in her thing in the 5 months, anyways, that's a whole nother thing. So, she did not show up for court today. It was a Zoom hearing. She did not show up. She does not have an attorney or representation, so she had nobody show up on her behalf. So technically, what happens when nobody shows up is it's automatically granted whatever the petitioner is requesting. If the respondent doesn't show, the petitioner gets it. But she has gone against the court order in so many different ways. So they went ahead and proceeded with the hearing, and granted custody or visitation to be in Texas. Now we'll have to see what's going to happen, right? Will she show up? Right? Will she show up for her visitation? Because now it's on her. And it doesn't say on here, unless there's a part that was left out of the page, because the pages were like cut off, and that happens often when I request them. So it doesn't say, because remember, he's been paying for visits to be in California. He pays for all of that. He then offered to pay for her to come to Texas, and she said no, unless it was a private jet. And his response was, I'm not going to give you first class. She wanted first class. And he says, no, I'm not going to give you first class when winter's not your first priority. Her words. She said winter is not her top priority. And so it now does not say in the court order if he will still have to pay for her to come to Texas. I don't think so, because he offered. That was not put in by the court for him to pay, or for him to pay for everything to take him to California. John, that was John's idea, and John agreed to it. And he did that because he said, I want my son to have his mother in his life. And I truly feel that if I don't take my son to his mom, she's not going to see him. That is very telling and true. Because the one time he couldn't take him, she didn't show up. And he offered to pay that time too. So, you guys, 1 million likes. You guys are amazing. I had to screenshot that. Thank you so much, you guys. I so appreciate that. So that will continue. Now, her not showing today, her a couple of the things, right, that we talked about in the court. It says she is not to talk about the custody case. Thank you guys so much. She is not to talk about the custody case. She is not to threaten 2K or his mom. She is not to talk about absolutely any of that stuff. And or say where they're going to be. She dropped his location. She put out his address where they live. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. You guys are so sweet. Which is crazy. So this weekend, while in Miami, she has been a menace to society, threatening tons of people, definitely under the influence of some stuff. Thank you guys so much. And again, threatened not only John, but Mama 2K again. All of the fighting, the substances, absolutely everything. My experience is, thank you so much. It's raining gold. You guys are the best. I so appreciate you guys. You guys definitely don't have to gift me. I never want you guys to think that. Yeah, cops being called at every different location they go to. Santos was sweating like crazy. He's like, oh my God, I'm about to go to jail. I'm about to go to jail. And then, did you guys hear this? Bree said, well, they better come back with my ID. That's the last ID I have. What do you mean, the last ID you have? Who has multiple IDs? I mean, I can understand like your ID and a passport. You know, you're traveling and whatnot, but the last ID I have. Do you guys all have fake IDs down there? Like, what's going on? And how crazy that every single place they went to, they got called. I don't know. I just thought it was very weird that nobody had IDs on them. She gave them an ID and said it was the last ID she had. And Santos said that his was in the car and the car was blocks away. They asked for Vale's ID and she was like, I'm not drinking. They said, we need your ID. She was like, and then Brie interjected again, said, everybody else's IDs are all in the cars, only mine. Thank you, Laura. No, she did not show up for court. And you guys, all she had to do was literally pick up her phone and click the little Zoom button. That's all she had to do. That's it. But she said last night she was not going to go. She said she had more important things to do. And at the time I was like, she's being sarcastic, because she does like to do that. She likes to say things that's going to like piss people off or, cause, turmoil and have people all, their feathers all ruffled or whatnot. But no. I knew over here we say Wi-Fi, because you have to, when you're on an airplane, you have to be so high to be able to get onto the Wi-Fi so that I don't get any dings. She was completely Wi-Fi'd out last night. So it was very clear. I didn't think she was going to be able to wake up for an early morning court hearing, and she didn't. No, did she have her own lawyer? No, she doesn't have a lawyer. Not even her personal injury lawyer yet. Chloe, I'm not sure why they aren't supervised yet. I think because that's going to be another hearing. This order was put in January. And so they're hearing that from January. So he'll have to put in a whole nother hearing, which will probably be done when they do their court case in April. So for those of you guys that don't know or aren't following, they're in their custody case now. They're finishing up in April. So they started in October, and John was the one to put on. Sammy, thank you so much. It always means so much to me when somebody chooses to give their first gift ever on TikTok to me. What was I saying? Thank you! Thank you so much, Queen. Wait, what was I just saying? Crazy part. Exactly, yeah. Well, howdy, cowboy. I don't look too shabby with the mustache. Shoot, that whatever I was saying was important. She was hungover. Yeah, she did not show up for court. She had more important things to do. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Thank you. Is the hearing. Okay, I have to say out of the comments. So, it's like a trial, right? They have 3 days to complete their case to determine who's going to end up with custody. So they had 2 days in October. That was John's case to put on, right? It was his case in chief. He went on. He called all of his witnesses, and he testified. His attorney asked him and his witness questions. She had an attorney. Thank you so much. She had an attorney at that time. That attorney was able to cross-examine all of them. That is how we got a temporary order. Now, April 25th is the last day of the trial. That is her turn. So it's now Bree's turn to put on her case in chief and to go on and explain and say whatever it is that she wants to say as to why she feels like she should have more custody, she should get 50-50, she wants whatever it is that she's requesting. That is her time to put on there, call any witnesses that she may have, and then John's attorney will then cross-examine to get the answers out. Now the thing is, she doesn't have an attorney, right? She has been saying for the last couple of months that she's going to wait till the beginning of April, and then she's going to hire this personal injury attorney that is a friend of E.T.'s in or a brother or dad or uncle somewhere. So he's going to be the one to represent them, and then she's going to get her case continued because she has new representation. That is her big grand plan. Now, I did verify, in California, a personal injury attorney can represent you in a child custody case. So that can be done, okay? Thank you so much. The other thing, though, is there the likelihood of them continuing it is about slim to zero. Because, one, all John has to do, and I believe he's already sent this to his attorney back in February. 2 months ago, she was saying that she was going to do this. She was waiting till the beginning of April to hire this attorney so that she could get a continuance. The judge is not going to do that, waste an entire day of the court's time, because that they have that whole day booked out for this case to be done. He's not going to do that. The fact that she didn't show today is another huge factor. The fact that she's, oh, howdy, partner. The fact that she has broke almost every single rule that has been put into play. All of that is going to go. So, you guys, we could very likely have the trial, and this piece of the trial again is her time to shine, her time to put on her show. She very well, thank you so much. She may very well have to do that herself, or have this personal injury attorney do it with, next to no information. But again, this is not a criminal case. This is not a case where someone's facing time. This is a child custody case. Attorneys don't need months and months and months to get that together. So a judge is absolutely not going to. I always have to say, I live and work in a different state. A judge in my state for sure would absolutely not do that. So it'll be very interesting to see if she does in fact have that attorney, because if not, he will, well, howdy, partner. She will have to proceed on her own. Can you imagine her in the courtroom, and then when she doesn't get her way? Stop it. As of now, the court is out of California. What should happen is custody will be done. It's a custody and move away order April 25th, right? So that should be done and complete. Then what will happen is, once the case is finalized and complete, they will then transfer the case to Texas. So anything else that happens after that time will be done out of Texas. I would have to double check Texas rules, but in most states, once you've gone through a whole custody trial and everything has been done, the only time that you go back and can redo it is, 1, if there's an emergency. 2, after 2 years. So after 2 years, you can ask for a remodification, or when the child turns 5. And some states it's 12, some it's 13. Anywhere between that 10 and 13 age mark is when then you can do another one. Michigan's 3 years, yeah. And they do that so that people don't just keep their cases in court the whole time. Because like Bree said that she got rid of her attorney for no real good reason. She just wanted a different one. Thank you so much. She just wanted a different one. I think that she truly believes that she lost. No one wins or loses in a custody case, let's be real. But she thinks that she lost because of her attorney, not because of what she's been doing and her the way she's, her behavior, her reacting, etc. You know what I'm saying? So oh, that could be too, Shannon, because yeah, she did say that at one point that he was paying for it. Absolutely, she definitely needs someone to blame, and she's always going to play victim. I personally have been saying this since the beginning of time. I truly feel that she doesn't really want to win custody. She doesn't want to have Winter all the time, but she's not willing to just walk away or step away or just sign rights over, because she thinks people will look down upon her. She has to be the victim. In reality, what a great mother would do is know, I'm not in the right place to care for you. I love you so much that I'm willing to walk away right now. I want to come back. Let me have a couple of years. And she could have this conversation with John. And John's a very reasonable person. I could see John saying, yes, I will support you in this. Have her go and do whatever it is that she needs to do. Figure out if she just needs to party and live her life for a little while, so be it, do it. But then get the help that you need, right? Go into rehab. At this point, she's gone downhill real fast. It's weighing on her, the way she even looks, acts, even just 4 or 5 months ago. I think the judge is truly going to be shocked when he sees her from when he saw her in court the first time. And we thought she was so bad then to how she is now. I think even the judge is going to be like, you don't need to see that kid at all right now. You need to get your shit together. I will be shocked if hair follicles are not ordered, UAs are not ordered every time that she sees the child. And, I saw that real fast. Hold on. The best lip gloss you can get right here on the Tickety Talkety Shop, Glossmetics. It's amazing. And it's not sticky, but it also hydrates and has an SPF. I have the link in here, but she also has her own page. She goes live every day and she gives better deals. So don't bite off of my link unless you can't find hers. Buy it from her page because she always has great deals. Love her. And she now has some face cream too. Okay, sorry, I just saw that I had to. They could do a nail bed test if, say for instance, she goes to court and she dyes her hair, right? Or cuts her hair off. We see that all the time. All the time. Suddenly, they've had laser hair removal from all, because if you go in, even you men, if you guys think you're going to have a test and you shave your head bald, they'll get you from other places. Could be your toes, your legs, in between them. Could be from anywhere. And yeah, we've had to take them right from your little buddies dangling down there. We'll snatch them right out of there too. So if we can't do that, then it could be your fingernails. But your fingernails have to be, I think it's like 1/3 of an inch long or 1/4 inch long, something like that. I have very short nails because I type all day. I mean, I was just trying to think of something TikTok friendly to say. Teresa, congratulations, you made to level 6 on the team. So yeah, so I think it may go to visitation, especially if she misses this visit. I know John will be on pins and needles if she shows for this visit. Now, I don't know when her visit is in Texas, but I know she's in Texas right now. Oh, if she doesn't show in April, so what will happen? That is a very good question. Again, I always like to remind people I don't work or live in California. So I can give you a broad example of what would happen in my state, which is close, and what I've always seen. Typically, what happens is John would just get what he wants. So at that time, he could put that he wants no visitation, or he makes it to supervised visitation. But you guys have to remember, the judge is going to look at all of it, right? She's not making her calls. Not only is she supposed to have Winter that 7 days out of the month, and they'll look at what happens during the 7 days. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed because she videotapes her entire visitation. So the judge is going to see how much there's no interaction there, right? But she's also required to call 1 day a week. She doesn't call. She misses her call as well. So the judge is going to see all of that. He's going to take all of that into play. What I think will happen is John will be granted full physical and sole custody, meaning he'll be able to make all decisions. Only have to provide her with information, not wait on her to respond to make a decision, and then go to supervised visits, like every other weekend. I think 7 days right now is too long for her, and you know, these were conversations that we had in my lives prior, I don't know, a few weeks ago, is as much as she's been using things right now, would she be able to go 7 days and be okay to take care of a child? And the answer was always no. No, not just stopping cold turkey. So, yeah. I think even before she was like really using a lot of stuff, she just 7 days was too much. Like, I think she could be a decent mom every other weekend. You know what I'm saying? For just like maybe just Saturday night over to Sunday. Just kind of hang and chill with him a little bit, and then that's it. And then he goes home and she can do whatever. But again, she has to be able to be completely sober, nothing in her system, for a minimum of 12 hours beforehand.